Hi everyone, this is Carrie Parr with Pick Up the Pieces Tennessee. I just wanted to share a video about how we got here and a little bit of my background. So in 2017, I was a special education teacher and saw a need and knew many families that were looking for certain resources for their child and their circumstance. And so I would research with them. I would look online for them, trying to find swimming lessons for their child with autism or music lessons or certain therapies. And it was always very hard for these families to get connected to those resources. So I started a website that cataloged everything I could find by city, by Middle Tennessee, East Tennessee, and West Tennessee, and found as many things as I could. I just Googled and Googled and Googled and asked people and learned of different resources and made a whole website based on that. Then that was in 2017. And then, of course, since then, social media has blown up. And so now it is, I would say, a little bit easier to find resources if you're on social media, because there are plenty of different parent groups. And we have primarily moved all of our information to social media as well, or at least on a contact us basis, and we can help you find what you're looking for. So Tennessee has come a long way in the resources that are offered here. However, there's always a long way to go when you're trying to serve the disabilities community because there are so many individual needs. My background is I have a bachelor's degree in psychology, and I did a little bit of graduate work in counseling, and then I got my special education certificate and also, well, I did that while I was transitioning to the state of Tennessee, and then got my master's in special education. And that was about 27 years ago. Since then, I have worked in 4 districts and have worked in special ed the whole time. I have worked in a community-based preschool, and I have worked in elementary schools, mostly working with students with mild to moderate and severe disabilities. I have spent a majority of my career in a structured setting with severe disabilities. I also have spent some time in a very alternative behavior setting, a special school, as we used to call them, with 16-year-old girls that were court appointed to be there. So I have a wide variety of experience of seeing many different students with disabilities, many different levels of severity, and access to many different types of resources, and what has worked and what has been a challenge to work with as a special educator. So with that in mind, and of course, in those years working for the counties I've worked in, I've been trained in many, many different strategies. I've also spent time around 2017, 2018, when I started Pick Up the Pieces Tennessee. I started going to the Tennessee Council on Autism Spectrum Disorder meetings. That was just a joy and a highlight for me, because I would sit in the community section, the public section, and I would get to listen to all the people discuss how they were going to advise the legislature and lawmakers to make decisions for the autism community. Definitely one of my, some of my favorite moments in my career have been just sitting and listening and getting to talk to some of the people on the autism council for Tennessee. So that was, and the people I have met through that it's just been very inspiring for me, because I just feel like I have a heart for this community, and just want people to understand that people with autism are just like the rest of us, and they have ways to communicate. They have thoughts, they have feelings, they have things to give to society. They have roles that they can play in jobs and in social circles. So they are just gifted individuals that are just different sometimes than the rest of us, and sometimes they can do and look, and you wouldn't necessarily know that they have autism. So I just have a heart for this population. I currently am working in a behavior role with my school that I teach at. Well, I really am more of a coach at at the school. So I work with teachers and with families and with students and with staff to help kids with all kinds of behavior issues that may or may not be in special education, that may or may not have autism, that may have other disabilities or no disability at all. So that is exciting for me to just be in a new role. I have been through the volunteer advocacy project through Vanderbilt. I have lots of training in augmentative communication, board maker, PECS, picture cards, discrete trial training. I did that many years ago, even though ABA is now its own entity, and yay for insurance taking it. And they are just, those little ABA places are popping up everywhere. And so that's a great resource for families that do believe in ABA. I've run a structured setting classroom for over 15 years, I guess. And we were trained on the TEACH model out of North Carolina. So I have lots of experience in lots of different settings and have just had a wonderful career with this population. So if I can help you in any way, my passion probably is to help the public and help teachers understand that kids with special needs are accessible just like another child to them. And it is helpful to work with parents and help them understand and work with schools and kind of get creative with the resources that are needed to help a child succeed in a school setting. And also support these kids in their home setting as well, because it's very challenging for parents at home. And that is where a lot of resources fall short. So, and especially with the adult population. So if I can ever help anybody with any brainstorming or creative problem solving or research, I would be happy to do that. That's one of the things I love to do about my job. So anyway, I just wanted to give a brief rundown of my experience and why I created Pick Up the Pieces Tennessee and where we are right now. I moved pretty much everything is I share on Facebook now, but I still have all the resources. The Facebook page, the website itself is no longer existent. We just weren't getting the traffic that we needed, and most people are getting their information now from social media. So if I can help anybody, I sometimes post on the Facebook page that I am available for consultations and any other type of service or support that I can provide. Please reach out. You can comment, you can message me, and we're happy to help. So hope you have a great day, and that's just a little wrap up. Make sure to like and share us on Facebook.